Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daily Trading Analysis with a quick market update for today, February 5th. All right. We are seeing quite a good sentiment today in the markets. The overall sentiment it's a little bit above neutral. It's slightly bullish, I would say, because we are seeing some economic data and also some earnings that are fueling good sentiment today. So we have ADP employment numbers suggesting a robust labor market. We can see here we have 183,000 compared with the previous and the forecast of 150,000. This is a big surprise, showing a stronger than expected labor market. So we also have the services PMI reading holding. As you can see here, all the three numbers holding above 50 means that we are in expansion. But look at this, employment 52.3, new orders cooling down 51 from 54, and services PMI final as expected. So these readings are 50, meaning expansion, but also cooling down a bit and providing employment. Also, on the MBA mortgage applications, we have a tick in the right direction with 2.2 coming from the negative. This is indicating increased demand in the housing market. Finally, a negative view on the trade balance. This is due to the Trump policies and tariffs. The trade balance is basically larger than expected deficit, suggesting weaker export performance. You can see minus 98 coming already with minus 78. This is a trade war, so this is what happens. On top of the earnings, we have Disney and we have Uber. Disney is reporting really big surprise earnings beat. We have revenue beat. We have total segment operating income. We have experienced revenue exceeding expectations. Pretty much a good beat overall. Slightly below entertainment revenue and also a little bit of fall pullback on the Disney Plus subscriptions. And also look at these numbers from Uber. From the EPS of 0.66, look at this 3.21 with positive revenue and mobility booking exceeding expectations. So all of this basically is fueling a bullish broad market, basically fueling the consumer part and the growth part of the formula. We have 61, meaning that I think the market is looking towards the upside, and also the Fed barking sees no signs of the US economy overheating. So we are in a Goldilocks scenario in which maybe we have potential rate cuts this year, more than one or even two. So all this combined makes me think that I'm really happy that today gave me a little bit of trade for yesterday's double top and into the 1 hour fair value gap inverse. Remember that we open with a new week opening gap, and already on Monday we squeezed, we pulled back a bit, but we are now again pushing. So my target today was trying to catch along into, let it run, basically have it some kind of anchor into the narrative and maybe catch some manipulation. But I think we are today so bullish that I think we just have to wait for the moment, wait for the setup. And that setup was this 15-minute inverse fair value gap that gave me the opportunity to find for 1 minute fine-tunements. And I waited into the open because this kind of open didn't give me a lot of confidence. We got the manipulation here. We got the flash. We manipulated the lows. But look at all these buyers above the 15-minute fair value gap that we got down here. So I was just waiting for that bullish fair value gap that gave me the entry. We got this uh, runaway gap, and then we have this pullback. And I was saying, okay, let's just take a stab taking this, the block that gives me the risk with all these people buying this dip, 43 points of risk, or maybe basically the target that I was mentioning at 21,700. That's a 1 to 3 reserve ratio. I was willing to add, but I mean, today we got some bad news from Apple. Tesla is in the negative, Amazon is in the negative, Google -7 after earnings. So we all know that the Nasdaq is not particularly strong today. Nvidia is 4% ripping faces. So I just wanted a nice trade at 133 points. It's more than enough. 2,500 bucks. It's pretty good. So that was my trade today, targeting this buy side liquidity of the 15-minute and in a low time frame. Uh, Entry. So basically, if we go to the 1 hour, we are seeing this again. I'm tired of seeing these kind of things. It's been already 2 weeks in which we're getting these kind of knives and then recovery, knives and then recovery. This is a pretty volatile and choppy market. This is the 1 hour. This is not the 5 or 15 or 30. This is already 1 hour. And we are seeing higher time frames really battling. This is a tag of war. And we are bouncing off this daily. This is the only thing that I have. I'm confident about that. But also, this line is the 200 moving average on the daily. I show you on that time frame. We are catching up with the 200. So I think we are covered. If we manipulate to the downside in this sell side liquidity, I'm pretty sure I will be watching this 200 for a bounce and then into all-time high if we are not going directly. So my understanding right now is that we have a pretty strong 1 hour candle, and we have this 1 hour also that it's in between, it's within the new week opening gap. So we have a pretty good amount of resistance up here. And if we break that, let me tell you, I think we are going to reclaim 22,000 and above. And I will be there to take that opportunity. Remember that this is my opinion. This is what I will be watching, and you know why I'm watching this setup. Mm, I don't know what is going to happen because we still have some economic data this week. We have some earnings, but I'm slightly bullish right now after today and after seeing this kind of recovery. Remember that we opened the week with this gap down. This gap down on all the tariffs that are now gone. So the only pretty bad news today for the Nasdaq is Apple, because China is maybe going to move Apple or and all these uh, payment methods. So, but look at the pretty bully. This is not yet for new bears. They are starting to turn things. That's my view, my opinions. Let me let me know if you agree on the comments, because I think we already saw the dip, and I think the rest of the week we are going to try to hunt this high here, which is last week high, and I would try to basically try to catch some kind of the rest of the week. The same way that I was waiting after the open for an entry on the 1 minute into the inverse for that buy side liquidity, I will be watching for that kind of setup on higher track. So that's all from my side. As always, if you found this video useful, please Give it a like, subscribe to the channel. I upload videos like this one every single day for market forecasts, market updates, market recaps. I appreciate your time as always. The trading day is not over yet. I already took my profits on this trade. Be careful today. It's volatile. It's slightly above normal bullish. So I would say if you have some opportunities, take them for sure. But be disciplined, be patient, and manage your risk. Stay safe, everyone, and see you tomorrow.